it's Rich Norton, RMS Sales Training and Inspiration. We are in a short series right now, which I'm really excited about. And the name of the series is How to Become a Good Salesperson. Now, you notice that I didn't say an amazing salesperson or a super successful salesperson, because obviously that's the ultimate goal. But the goal is for you to become a good one. Because in order to become a great one and an amazing one, you have to be good first. Now, I'm really excited about the things that we're talking about in these shows, especially this series right here, because what I did is I wrote down a bunch of things, and there's nothing that is more important than the other. It's just a bunch of wonderful things that's going to help you to have success in any selling industry, whether you're working with merchant services, whether you're selling anything. It could be cars, furniture, it could be something on the side of the road. It's all about attitude, of course. That's very important. Then it's all about having a good work ethic. All these things are very, very important. So getting into the right mindset is very important. But I think it's important also to enjoy what you're doing. And I was thinking about that today. I got out there in the field this morning, and I had a follow-up, and the follow-up wasn't there. And I saw this one business. It was an auto repair, and I just said, I'm going to stop in. It was like 8:45 in the morning. My appointment was for about 9:30. I said, I'm going to go in there. I'm going to talk to that guy. And I walked in, and sometimes people think, well, it's luck. You just have to be lucky. But luck is when preparation meets opportunity. I could have said, well, it's Monday morning. I could have all the excuses in the world. I could have said, that business right there, he's probably busy. He probably got a lot of cars. It's Monday morning. I could have talked myself right out of it. Or I could have said, I don't want to bother that one. Or I don't do real good with that type of business. It's amazing how, from the neck up, how important that is. It's all about our thinking. And I said, I didn't even think about that. I'm just going to go out there. I'm going to have fun, enjoy myself. Walked into the business, and I gave my opener. And it was a European auto repair place working on BMWs. And the guy was from actually Croatia. Really nice guy. Walked in and had a little skepticism in the beginning. Goes, yeah, can I help you? And I gave my opener. And I smiled. And he goes, I started giving examples. Some of the people I've been helping out in the different areas, some are using Square. I had a guy I helped out the other day. He had merchant services through his bank, and he was paying all kind of fees. So you notice I was kind of conversing with him. And then he goes, yeah, this is what he said. The one I'm with sucks. That's exactly what his response was. The company I'm with, I don't even want to say exactly how he said it, because we're on, recording this, but he said, I such and such hate that company, and I hate the guy that set me up. It sucks. So what I did, obviously, if I didn't go to that business, I wouldn't have written that merchant up. And it's all about me going out and helping people. Now, if I walked into that business and I just gave a pitch and I wasn't connecting with the guy at all, I would have probably sounded like the guy that he said sucked. You see what I'm talking about? So it's important that we separate ourselves from everybody else, and we go out and convey our message of helping people. All the things that we're going to be talking about during these couple episodes of how to be a good salesperson, that's all great, but we want to have the mindset of going out and helping people. So keep that in mind, but you also have to understand that it's all about enjoying what you're doing. I have a question for you. When you go out and talk to merchants each and every day, do merchants get the impression that you really love what you do? Pause right there. I want you to think about that, and I really want you to reflect on that. I'm going to ask it again. When you go out and you talk to merchants each and every day, do merchants get the impression that you absolutely love what you do? Now I'm talking about, do they see that you love helping merchants? Do they see that you really believe in what you're doing? Do they see that you're excited about what you're doing? Do they see that you know what you're doing? Do they see that you know what you're talking about? Do you have confidence? Do they see that? Are you conveying that? Am I making my point right now? And some of you, I think I hit home with you right there. It's like, whoa, that's a great question. Maybe not. Maybe I'm going through the motions. And that happens. You know, sometimes we may go through a couple of days and we're having a hard time, or we may be going through a little struggle, and then we go out there and we have written right on our forehead that I am desperate. People see that. Desperate salesperson walking in right now, and it's written all over your face. You might as well walk in and say, my name's Rich, I need a sale bad. Or, hey, my name's Rich, I need to make some money today. You don't want to convey that message. And I've been there. You might say, Rich, you make all kinds of money, you don't have the pressure. Well, I've been there. I've been in a situation way back then where I needed to make a lot of money 3 weeks before the day I was there. So I know what that's like. But you cannot go into the field with that way of thinking. You have to go into help mode. So again, do the people see that you love what you do? Do they see that you're excited about what you do? I want you to reflect on that, think about that, write that out. That's a really good goal. And it's time to get into that mindset right now. So we're going to take a short break. We're going to get into some other things which will help you on how to become a good salesperson. I'll be right back.
Hi, we're Rich and Lee Norton with the Hands and Feet Foundation. Hands and Feet is a wonderful ministry where we serve on the west side of Jacksonville, Florida.
And this is a ministry that's near and dear to our heart. There's so many wonderful things that happen out there. Come to 7478 103rd Street, Jacksonville, Florida, or you can go to handsandfeetfoundation.org, or if you want to go to Facebook, Hands and Feet West Side. Come and see what we do. Check us out. If you'd like to give, or if you'd like to donate your time, whatever it may be. I mean, we're just loving this ministry. Love for you to be part of it as well.
All right, you got Rich Norton right back with you, and we're going to dive right into this. So we're going to be talking about, this is real important, how to become a good salesperson. Now again, this is not in any necessary order. The things that I wrote down are things that are going to help you to become successful. Now as a review, and I'm going to encourage you to watch the last episode. We are in episode 2 in this series. We talked about, and I got my notes right here, learning the process, learning the sales presentation. We talked about knowing your product, but we also talked about don't have too much where I'm not going to get out in the field until I thoroughly know what I'm doing. Know your product, but get out in the field so you can know it even more. We talked about reviewing your pipeline, the importance of that. Practice active listening. Remember we talked about the best salespeople are the best listeners. Also, working hard and then following up. So let's take it from there. And one of the things, I want you to have notes on this because this is all important. I want you to review, and I would like for you to write down all the areas that you need work on. First of all, grade yourself. Where are you from a scale of 1 to 10 in these areas? 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. Find out where you need work on. This is important. Learn from the best. If you want to be successful in anything, especially in our industry, why don't you learn from the best? Here's what amazes me, and sometimes I reflect on this and I really think about this, and I've even said, it's like, here I am. I don't need to do this, but I like doing it because I want to help people. I have a passion for helping people. We put out these shows, I do, personally. It's not Retriever. It's not anybody else. It's Rich Norton spending thousands and thousands of dollars for material that people would actually spend thousands of dollars to learn. It is no cost for any of you. I'm not throwing this in your face at all, but it's amazing how many people, a lot of people watch it, and a lot of people watch it from other companies, from other walks of background, different backgrounds, everything, but there's a lot of people in our industry that don't watch them at all. And meanwhile, they're just putting along, writing a deal here, writing a deal there. And I'll say, did you watch the show on that? No. When was it? It's like, I'm putting this out for you, and here I'm saying to you, Rich Norton, this year, the year of COVID, 2020, I will have written over 350 merchants this year while I'm doing everything else. Not because I need the money, because I love what I do, and I'm teaching you to do exactly what I do. So here's my philosophy: learn from the very best. Learn from the videos that we have. Reach out to me. Whoever your leader is, this is your philosophy. This is the way you should be thinking. You should write down, I want to be really good at what I do. I want to be the best at what I do. So what am I going to do? I'm going to reach out to the most unsuccessful people, and I'm going to call them up and find out what makes them tick. Are you going to do that? No. Because if you do that, you're probably going to get a lot of excuses, a lot of war stories, and some negativity. Because those are the type of people, if you ever notice, the losers hang around with the losers, and the people call each other up. It's like, I got some negativity. Let me find out the most negative guy so we can kind of have a pity party and a misery party. You don't want to be that type of person. Be the type of person that says, I'm going to reach out to the best people in this industry, and I'm going to learn from them. That's exactly what I'm going to do. If I do that, there is a strong possibility that I could be like them, and I can have close to the success that they're having. So here's what I'm going to encourage you to do, because you'll find that most successful people are willing to help other people. I would look at the people that are winning the trips. Like we just got off a trip from Cancun, Mexico. I would reach out to some of those people and say, man, you're doing great, man. I want to find out some things from you. Can I talk to you? Can I ask you a couple questions? Find out who's the #1 person. Reach out to that person. Find out some of the top leaders in our company and reach out to them. Find the people that are in life where you want to be and learn from those people. Because if you do that, the chances, the probability of your success is going to be a lot higher rather than reaching to the people that are not successful. Nothing against them, but find the people that are in life where you want to be. So here's what you want to say going forward. I want to find the people that are the best. I'm going to learn from the best. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Learn from the best and do exactly what they do. When you're watching these videos, we're going to be close to over 100 shows. And when you take 100 shows, that's a lot of information about our industry. It's a lot of information about sales. It's a lot of information on inspiration, lots of information on training. It's all there. And I'll produce as much as we possibly can. I'm excited to have this platform at American Hearts Radio. Really excited to be able to share all this with you. And I know it's helping a lot of you out there. But I'm going to encourage you to watch, learn, call people, learn from the best. Make that commitment. Another thing that will help you is to practice your people skills. Now you say, what are you talking about? We're talking about sales. Well, in case you haven't figured it out, sales is all about selling yourself. Practice your people skills. What are they like? Do people ever say to you, you know what, man, you've got really good people skills? I have a question for you. Do people enjoy being around you? Do people flock to you? I mean, not that you're a god or anything like that, but do people want to just draw closer to you? Do they feel your energy? Do they feel your excitement? Are you the, oh no, here he comes guy? Or are you the, oh yes, he's here? Where do you fall in that category? Maybe you're halfway in between. If you're the oh no person, you need a lot of work. That means you're the type of person that probably talks a lot of negative crap. You're the type of person that probably talks about the past a lot. You might be the type of person that talks about excuses and why things don't work. A lot of negativity. If you're that type of person, you can work on that. If you're the type of person that's like, here comes that, I love being around that person, man. Whenever they're around, I just draw that positive energy from them. They encourage me, they're enthusiastic, they're happy. I just love being around those type of people. So find out where you're at. We've got two different scales right here. We got negativity, oh no, here that person comes, or oh yes, love being around that type of person. Where are you in that scale right there? And what do you need work on most of all? So when you're practicing people skills are all about, do people want to be around you? Ask yourself that question. Why would they want to be around you? So what I need to do is I need to find what those people skills are: talking to people, listening to people, having good eye contact, smiling a lot, being enthusiastic, being positive. When you walk into the room, it's not all about you. Guess what? It's all about them. It's not all about me. Like if you're talking like, I do this, I did that, I do this, I do that, I'm a know-it-all. Some of us may be doing that without even noticing or knowing that. It's they walk in and they give their whole history about how wonderful and how great they are. And you know what that is? Turn-off mode. You're shutting people down. But if you can walk into a room and get to know people and find out what their interests are, build people up, encourage them, be positive, you're going to be amazed at what the difference is right there. I was talking with my youngest daughter and a friend a couple years ago, and I said, you want to know how to win friends and influence people? I'm going to tell you how to be the most positive person at a party when you walk in. I'm going to talk about the people that will like you the most if you just do this. And most people would think, oh, you go in, you just be the life of the party, you get excited, you do it. It's exact opposite. You go in and you start working the room, and you start meeting people. And whoever you meet, give them an enthusiastic smile. Give them a positive attitude. My name's Rich. What's your name? Pleasure to meet you. Give them a compliment. Give them a couple genuine, sincere compliments. Man, I love your shirt, man. Did you go to that college right there? Are you going currently? Great. What'd you major in? And then you notice what I'm doing right now is I'm asking them questions. Compliment, asking them questions. See what I'm doing? Getting to know them, and now I'm listening to them. And you will find you can be there for a couple hours and you hardly said much of anything. When they gave you the answers, your responses were like, man, that's fantastic, man, that is great. It sounds like you're really enjoying that. Great, it's great to run into somebody that's doing that. Great to run into somebody that loves what they're doing. That's fantastic. Where are you from? Where are you from? Wow, that's great. You will find that just by doing that and hardly doing any talking at all, you have become the most popular and likable person at that party. And they thought about that. They're like, wow, that's right. That's exactly right. As opposed to a person that walks in and says, look at me, rock and roll, all this other stuff. You know, big difference right there. Now those people, life of the parties, they're fun too. There's no question about that. But practice those people skills. Talk to people. Are you, again, from that scale, from one end all the way to the other, think about that. Where do you fall in that category? Oh no person, or oh yes, great to be around them. Really cool to work on that. These are great things. You're not really thinking about this when it comes to sales, but people skills are real important. Are you likable? Are you lovable? Do people love being around you? If you're finding that that may not be the case, work on that and you'll have better success in sales. I love this stuff. This is great. So here's another one. Know when to walk away. That happens in life just in general, you know, if you really reflect on that and think about that. But when it comes to sales, time is your capital. You have to invest it with the right people. And that's one thing that I'll say about myself. I've always been this way. I have a lot of urgency. I do not waste time. I know that every second while I'm out there in the field is all about writing merchants. It's all about getting results. It's all about making it happen. I've seen so many people waste so much time, and I'm talking just in what they do during the day. You know, they stop and get an executive lunch. They go, oh, I'm going to go visit this client here. They spend a half hour with this client, and it's like, what are you doing? I mean, that's great. You know, you want to get some referrals, but you're not getting any production. Come on, man. Come on. Let's make it happen. Let's get some urgency here. Time is your capital. Invest it with the right people. It's very, very important that you do that. Do not waste time. Now, you could be with a merchant, and sometimes representatives think they're in the convincing business. You know, they'll walk into a business and they start presenting and they start going through this and start going through that, and then it's like, wow, you know, I'm talking about this, I'm going through this presentation, and they're going on and on and on. They're battling it back and forth with the merchant, and the merchant's giving all kinds of objections, and the salesperson's like, I'm going to get this deal, I'm going to write this one, and the merchant's going back, and they're not getting anywhere except frustrated. And they spend an hour with the merchant wasting time, and you know what happens? The merchant that they could have been with was waiting, looking for somebody to help them out without even knowing it. Meanwhile, this representative's getting frustrated trying to present a merchant that is simply not a deal. So that is knowing when to just simply walk away. Guess what? I don't write everybody up. Guess what? I get rejection. Guess what? I know I'm not going to waste time with those people. If I'm in a business and I give my opener and they don't respond, I give them one objection, they're still not responding, I'm out of there. And it's as simple as this. This is what I look like leaving. All right, that's what I'm saying in my mind. Okay, nice meeting you. This is what I look like leaving. Even if you're in a business, and sometimes you get the type of businesses that like to talk a lot. You know, they may not be a deal, but they just are lonely. And they want somebody to come in there so they can give their whole life story. Has anybody ever run into a business like that? Raise your hand if you have. Yes, we've all been there. And they go on, and they go on, and they go on, and meanwhile you're wasting 15, 20 minutes just being a professional visitor. We don't want to do that because you're wasting time, and when you're wasting time, you're also wasting money. So think about that. Really reflect on that. Really think about that. So it's simple as this. You may say, that happens to me a lot, Rich. What do I need to do? How do I get out of there? I'm glad that you brought that up. Here's what you do. You just simply say, oh my God, you look at your watch. Oh my gosh, it's 4 o'clock. Oh wow, I got this merchant waiting for me. I'm about 2 minutes late already. I promised I was going to be back to go see them. I got to run. Really nice talking to you, but wait. You go, no problem. Here's my card. I'll catch you next time. Bye. Nice meeting you. I'm out of there. So I'm not wasting any more time with this merchant. I know that it's time to get out of there. So remember that. Know when to walk away. Time is your capital. Invest it with the right people. This is great stuff. This is really valuable, important stuff. I'm going to give you one more, then we're going to take a short break. This one is be honest. The best salespeople have the best attitudes. The best salespeople work hard. The best long-term salespeople that have a great career are the ones that are honest. You show me a representative that doesn't have much integrity, and I'm going to show you a representative with a short career. They may make a lot of money right up front, but what they're doing is they're ticking people off, and their career will be shortened. So please keep in mind, do the right thing. Be honest. And I love the fact that we're not perfect, but with Retriever Merchant Solutions, our representatives, including myself, we're taught to have integrity. We're taught to be honest. And I love the fact that we can go in and convey that message to a merchant. And I'll have many times where I walk in and I love the fact that merchants will tell me, they're like, you know what, you're different from everybody else. I love the fact that you kind of explained everything, that you were just nice, you were honest. You made me feel good. I had a merchant say that to me today. You made me really feel good about what transpired here today. Now I walked away, I'm thinking to myself, man, that's great. That's the message I want to convey. Not, man, I really got them for a loop. I really ripped them off. Really nailed them really good. I don't want any merchant thinking that way, and I never want any of our representatives feeling that way. I want to do this the right way with integrity. I want to be able to help merchants, which helps me, which helps my family. Be honest, and be honest about everything. You know, be honest with your trainer, with your leader. You know, we're here to help you. Be honest about your work habits. Be honest about your performance, because that's the only way that we're going to help you succeed. You may say, well, how'd your day go? I gave 25 presentations today, and I didn't write any of them. Well, you didn't do that. You know, be honest about exactly what happened so we can work with you to find out what you need work on most of all. So good stuff. We're going to take a short break. We're going to finish up with the final segment. I'm excited about sharing this information with you. I'll be right back. Hey, it's Rich Norton here with Retriever Merchant Solutions. Thank you for tuning in to all of our shows on RMS Sales Training and Inspiration. I want you to know that we do have great news. This is an update to let you know that we are expanding. We're not content where we're at. We are expanding all around the country. And for me, what I like to do, I like to help people achieve their dreams. And in my heart, I know that the Retriever Merchant Solutions dream is an incredible one. It does not take a lot of experience in sales. The main thing that I'm looking for are people that have desire and determination and are willing to do what it takes to become successful. So if you're that type of person, I know you've been watching the shows, you've been seeing what we're doing, and you're seeing people achieve incredible success. This is an opportunity that you may qualify for. All you have to do is just give me a call at 904-434-4635. You can call me directly. You're going to see the email, so if you like to email or text, either way, as you can probably imagine, we are getting calls like crazy. People all around the country are excited about jumping on board the Retriever Success Train. So if that's you, you want to learn more about it and how you can qualify, give me a call. Once again, 904-434-4635. Have a great day. All right, Rich Norton right back here with you for the final segment. I'm very thankful to share this information because, like I said, there's not one thing that's more important than the other. All this is valuable information, and as I'm going through this series right here, I really want you to think about what are the areas you need to improve on, because we're all under construction. We all need to keep learning. We all need to keep improving. So I'm going to cover two more things in the final segment. The first one is always solving issues for the customer. And that's the message that we're trying to convey right when we walk into the merchant. How do we find out what their issues are? The only way we're going to find that out is by asking questions. Keep in mind, every merchant is unique. And if you adopt the philosophy that I'm not here to sell anybody, I'm not here to convince anybody, my goal is to help a merchant. And I can give examples. I think about a merchant that I wrote up the other day in Brunswick, Georgia. Super nice guy, just a down-to-earth guy, owned a transmission shop, auto repair type shop, and when I walked in, you know, he started talking, and I just started listening. He goes, man, I got nailed from this company. I'm paying $129 a month for this one company, and I don't even have the service. This guy came in from the other company, and he told me he was going to cancel that out. He didn't do that for me. So I'm listening to the merchant, and then automatically I'm going into, in my mind, how to resolve these issues. And when he brought that up, I came back with, you know what, unfortunately, this is a story that I hear about way too often. I run across many merchants that are in the same exact boat. A guy comes in, now you're getting charged for 2 different merchant companies. I want you to know, I've been doing this for a long time. I'm going to be able to help you. What's the name of the first company? If you've got a statement for them, let's find out who that is. And what I did, I sat there with the merchant. I got a cancellation form right there, right on the spot, and I filled that out with them. I said, even if I'm not able to help you out, let's get this done. Let's get this out of the way. At the very least, my goal is to help a merchant. And then we find out who he was with. He was getting nailed from that company also. And obviously at this point, I've established a nice rapport. I've got confidence from the merchant. They trust me because they know I'm not there to sell them or convince them like the other guy. I'm there to resolve their issues. So when we go into that mode immediately, we will get a far better response from the merchant. And needless to say, I wrote that merchant up. Very, very happy, very thankful. Got him out of his mess, got him into a nice program with us with Retriever Merchant Solutions. So always have that mentality and listen to the merchant to find out what their pain points are. And you can do this right up front. You know, when you're giving your intro, you got to know the merchant, you build a rapport. You can say to them, if you were to change anything about your current merchant service or anything that you've experienced since you've been involved with different merchant service companies, what would they be? Get them talking about it. You know, I would like to get my money quicker. I'd like to have this happen. I'm still getting charged from that company. So whatever it may be, now you're going into issue solving mode. You know what their pain points are. Good stuff right there. And then the final thing we're going to cover today is roll with rejection. What are you talking about? Roll with rejection. You're going to get rejection. If you want to have success, you want to be a good salesperson, you cannot take rejection personally. Get that out of your mind, because I promise you, you will get rejection. Now, when I say roll with rejection, welcome rejection. Understand that that's part of the process. Understand that in order to have success, you've got to get a lot of rejection. You've got to get a lot of no's. You've got to get a lot of failures. But you never, ever take that personally. Because if you do that, you are telling that person, you defeated me. You stopped me from becoming successful. The rejection that you gave to me halted me right in my tracks. I'm not moving any further. So forget all about that. Roll with the rejection. Okay, there's a little bit of rejection right there. Rich Norton told me I was going to get that. Thank you. Nice meeting you. Move on to the next one. We're not interested. No problem at all. We had 100 people like you come around before. We don't want nothing to do with what you have. Thank you. Really a pleasure meeting you. Here's my card if you ever need help. So now you got it in your mind. It's like you got rid of that one. Oh, got that one out of the way. Got that one out of the way. I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer. I'm getting a lot closer. I got the nose out of the way. All of a sudden, you walk into a business like, yeah, we're you know, what do you got? What's this all about? All that rejection that you got rolled you right into the right opportunity. So learn to roll with that rejection and understand that that is part of the process. So amazing stuff, great stuff. Really excited to share this. This is our series. This was episode 2 on how to become a good salesperson. In order to be awesome, first you got to be good, and you got to learn all the techniques that are going to help you to be good, and I hope this is helping you. It's an amazing day. Every day is a gift from God. What you do with this day is your gift back to God. Make it an amazing one. Have an awesome time. I'll see you next time on RMS Sales Training and Inspiration.